Alright, here's episode number 2 of 60 Seconds. As I said, I'm gonna go until I get some kind of ending. So, let's see. Day 15. Mary Jane is still not back. Let's see. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life. But we can't lose hope. Timmy should eat something. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Where is water when Ted needs it? Alright, so he needs food. They need water. We'll send... I guess Mary Jane's dead. We'll send Timmy out this time. Give him an axe. Day 16. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Oh, they're doing that again. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It has no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it's meant for us. Open it. Let's see what happens. Damn it, the gift was booby-trapped. There was nothing inside besides some junk, and as soon as we opened the suitcase, it exploded. Is anybody hurt? Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted was hurt. I don't have a med kit. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal for just one can of soup. We get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? I think we had enough soup. Let me look. Yeah, there's enough soup for now. And if I lose, I mean, that's an ending. And if you guys want more, you can always ask me to play again. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake. You made screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sharikov. Is that its name? If there's one thing we need, it's water. For Dolores. They're both thirsty. I'll give it one more day. 1 minute it was all fine, and the next we were at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves. If we are going to survive this, let's just sleep on it. Alright, I need a med kit. Timmy, give us a med kit, please. We stopped arguing, but for how long? We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Who you're gonna call when the world is on fire? The fire department. We were thrilled to find the place still running. Firefighters redecorated the place and redid their outfits. Most of the walls were messily painted in black and red, and the firemen helmets now have a grim skull symbol on them. We never thought our local firefighters had such artistic souls. So alternative. Near the garage, we found a few firefighters shooing off some giant mutated cockroaches with a fire hose. We joined in on the fun and managed to fill some bottles with water in the process. We returned from the expedition, but our axe didn't make it. Timmy should eat something. Timmy is tired. Dolores would like food and water. Ted is hungry and thirsty. Alright, I'll give them water. Get ready for an expedition. If there's anyone who can rescue us from the hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want. I don't have a radio. I'm not going to read that whole thing again. Day 20. If there is one thing we need to do... Oh. Timmy should eat something. Timmy isn't feeling very well. Dolores hasn't eaten for a while. Ted's stomach is rumbling. I'm going to send Ted out with that. Day 21. Timmy's diet needs food. It's today or never. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking well. Dolores is fine as well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Give him food. It's high time we stopped wondering about what's going on and started asking questions, or at least listened to some reasonable answers. So how about tuning to a radio station and learning a thing or two about the brave new world? Still don't have a radio. Ted, if you could bring back one, that'd be wonderful. Kitty. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Timmy is very hungry. Timmy is in terrible shape. We need to give him water. Now. Dolores has to drink sometimes. Sometime. Sharikov is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it, and it's not far. Should we take a quick trip and see what's there? Yes. I'm gonna go to day 30. Unless I die. Day 23. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up, saying they'd been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly, Sharikov belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it in the last few days. Timmy should eat something. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. The trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that dimensional bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strangely glowing and suspiciously big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the war, were they? I don't have anything. Uh-oh. Timmy's sick. I need a med kit. Oh my, that thing is huge! And there goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel all dirty. Timmy should eat something. Life is hard for us all, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Time to ration supplies. We've discussed everything we could, and no one is willing to chat anymore. The silence is really disturbing. We should do something before we start talking to ourselves instead. I need a medkit and a radio, damn it. Bring me a medkit or a radio, Ted. The gun is broken. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. To our surprise, we found Sharikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is our good care it appreciates our kind heart's optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. During our expedition, we stumbled across a half-ruined wall with some half-burnt painting on it. We quickly realized we found the ruins of our local museum. Normally, we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but desperate times call for desperate measures. We jumped over the turnstile without looking back. In front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. It was probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business now. Our guess is it was blown out of the market. We were hoping for some sweets or snacks, but all the museum canteen had to offer us was tomato soup. This poor tourist. So much for a rifle. It got damaged during our expedition. Timmy should eat something. We can't leave Timmy without water for too long. Give Timmy some water. And right. A young lady all dressed in white has visited us today, requesting our aid. Wasting no time, she laid out our plan of what she said is a bandit camp where she claims her twin brother is being held. Seems like the young man was witless enough to challenge the biggest bandit leader to a sword fight. Now his sister is very worried. She says we definitely won't regret it if we decide to help her. Yes, we will. We don't have anything to fight with currently. We're not risking our lives for some family drama. They got themselves in trouble, they can get themselves out of it. Maybe another time. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores has to drink sometime. Ted is hungry. Ted got sick. Time to ration supplies. Give him... Alright, we'll give everybody food, and then hopefully one of them will be well to go on an expedition tomorrow. If there is one thing we need to do, it's use a radio. I can't use a radio if I don't have it. Timmy is very hungry. Timmy is pretty fatigued. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Send out Timmy, I guess. Nothing. Alright, he just needs to come back with stuff. Alright, day 28. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Shirokov found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on our table, topped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyways? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best we leave it be. Or should we examine that wire? Examine it. I don't care if the cat gets mad. Day 29. A knock on the door. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned-out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here. And the car had no wheels. Dolores will not last long without water. Ted is hungry. Ted should drink something soon. The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Go ahead. If we die, we die. 30. Well, I said I would go to day 30, and I'm going to leave it here, so we'll find out in the next one whether or not I died. So thank you all for watching.